Hey everybody, I wanted to give you an update on this Easthill pen case that I have been using. My last video was just kind of me unboxing it, my first impressions. Now I want to tell you what I think after I've been using it for quite some time. So this has been a staple in my laptop bag for pretty much the entire time I throw it in. It's definitely, you can tell that it's held up. It's, I keep it in a bag, but there is a little bit of stains on the bottom here from pens, but otherwise the bag is pretty good. It's kept pretty clean. It looks pretty clean, I should say, because of the texture, which I really like. I really do like the color. Now, one thing that I really liked about this case was that if you open it up, this lays flat, and this still lays flat. Now, the last time that I did a video, I think I stuffed a bunch of pens in here just to see what I could put in, which was fun, but now I want to show you how I realistically use the case. So what I've done is I've used 5 highlighters here as my main pens because I really got into color coding in my passion planner. So I used these 5 highlighter colors, and this was actually a set that Mildliner sold, so it works out. They all complement each other very well. So they all permanently stay in here, and I just take them out and then put them back in when I need. So I don't keep anything else in this pocket, but you can see it lays perfectly flat with no issues, which is great. And then in the sides here is where I keep all of my pens. Now, the last time I showed you, I think I put in 30 pens or something like that. I don't keep that many pens in here. I find that it really kind of works well if this isn't too high. So this is kind of where I keep my miscellaneous pens. Honestly, the pen I use the most is this Muji 5 or 0.5. This is the pen that I use most. But I do use some other pens in here. I keep permanent markers. I keep Pen Gem. I keep the Villa Beautiful just in case. You never know. But I keep a fair amount of pens in here, and so it's a little bit heavy, but it's nothing crazy. Like I said, it goes in my backpack every single day, so it's not really enough to matter. So that's where I keep my pens, and let me just kind of count out how many pens I currently have in here. Oh, and I have a pair of tweezers too. So I have, let's just put it back in, 1, 2, I'll just show you here what I got too. I got these twin tone pens that I think I got at a conference. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a permanent marker. 5 is an Inkjoy, also a 0.5. These are fine liners I'm trying out. So 6, 7, 8 right here. These are big ones. They came on a cool wheel. 7 is my Muji that I told you about. 8's that Villa Beautiful. 9 is another permanent marker. This is a Pilot Ultra Fine. Forgot what number I'm on. Hold on, let me count again. See, it's hard to talk and count about tons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I got 10 pens so far. And then another Muji. This one is a 0.3. And then this is my Pen Gems, and then these are my 3 Inkjoys. So just so I'm clear, let me just double check and count all my pens again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, 16 pens in here, which is, that's a lot of pens. I probably don't need that many pens, and I actually had more in here, but I weeded them out. But they fit in here pretty nicely, and so when I'm using the highlighters, I lay it like this, and then you can kind of reach in. But personally, I'm going to zip this up. I find it better if I'm going for any of those other pens. I find it better just to go through the top. And so in the top, then I can see all the pens. And since my Muji is usually on top, that's primarily the one that I use. Actually, that's not the right Muji. Where are you, buddy? There you are. You fell at the bottom because I rearranged you. This is the Muji that I use. So I can pretty much see this pretty easily. And there is a little bit of light that comes in, so I can see all the pens. And then also you have these 2 pockets here, and I said that they would be great for washi. And so what I actually do is I actually use my 5mm washi in here, and I also use my highlighter, my Tombow highlighter. So this is where I can keep the rolls, and you don't have to keep the exact rolls. I just do because it's easier. For a while I was keeping washi samples in here, but they do kind of get a little messed up because there's so much action in the case. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, as for things that I do generally like the case. Now, there is one thing that I don't like. This is kind of annoying. This is something to keep in mind. So this top part here, it zips up and it zips back, but a lot of times, let me see if I can kind of recreate it. What it does is this will pop out, and of course it's not going to do it now that I'm on camera, but this top part will stay open, so the zipper part will kind of come out. Let's see if I can force it. No, I don't want to force it, but this zipper part will come out, like it'll pop out like here, so it won't close, it won't stay closed. So it only happens sometimes. Like you can see, it's not doing it now that I'm demonstrating it for you and trying. But yeah, it is kind of something that you just have to keep in mind. Personally, I probably just need to close it slower. Sometimes I'm like, rah, 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 and it, you know, messes up. So that's kind of one thing that just to keep in mind. But otherwise, like I said, I've kept this in my bag pretty much every day and it's held up pretty well. The other thing is I do like this handle, but sometimes I wish the strap was just a little bit longer, or you could do more with it. It is a nice strap, but it just sometimes it's, you know, it's good to put I can barely fit my hand in here. It's fine if you're just like using a finger or two, but you know, it's just a carrying case strap, and it would be nice if there was just something else to do. And then otherwise, like I said, I do have, you saw I had the stains at the bottom here. I'm not exactly sure how those came in. Maybe I just had an uncapped thing. And I also don't like how I kind of wish there was one more pocket, because I kind of put my washi up at the top here, but I kind of just make do. I wish there was a place, like maybe a separate small pocket where I could put tools and I could put, you know, small things, because you saw my tweezers and my pens are all together. So that's just kind of a minor gripe. And honestly, if I got a bigger pencil case, then I could get this, but, you know, you could have a pencil case with many compartments, but you know, you trade off size for convenience. But otherwise, I would say it's a pretty good pencil case for the price that I paid and for what I need. I think it's really good as long as you don't have a lot of pens. And just kind of keep in mind, be thinking about this part here, which does lay flat, what your top 5 pens would be. You don't have to do 5 all the same pens. I could put stuff in these pockets, but I don't. I just leave it here because I don't want it to like rattle around. So just kind of keep in mind what your needs are. I'm on the go a lot. So like, for instance, I take this to work almost every day. So I don't need to take my entire pen collection. I don't need to scare my coworkers. But I do keep these as essential pens. And honestly, I probably keep too many pens in here, even though I've weeded it out. But it's nice to have all those pens available to me. So yeah, I would recommend the case. I've been pretty happy with it. And you know, there's other pen cases too, but this one's been pretty good so far. It's held up for a few months, so we'll see how it goes. But thank you for watching.